We're back with the Guy Dawson Show at WCOBM.com, the World Center of Broadcast Media, and we have a message line. We always enjoy having interaction with you out there, and if you want to be a part of the Guy Dawson Show today, please just send a message to either me or Rhonda, and we will respond to you. We get some interesting messages sometimes, Rhonda, out there, and who knows what kind of question someone might ask you.
Regarding...
Yeah, like if you wanted someone to ask you a question, what is the aspect of your experience in business that most people ask you questions about?
Well, as a book publisher, people are always asking me first of all, how to get started. How do they know if they have a book inside them? How do they, sometimes it's, I don't know how to write, or I don't think I know how to write. I mean, there's solutions for everything. Another question also is, how do you create your author platform? And I know you know a lot about that as well, and that may be a common question that you're asked a lot. So,
yeah.
People are always. It's more than just writing a book. It's how you deliver it. It's how you market the book, and it's how. Even as a book cover designer, I was for 12 years, and it's also about the book cover. People do judge a book by its cover. It's so cliche, but
no, it's absolutely true,
it's
and
true.
I've seen it time and time again, and I've read and done a lot of research into publishing, and I've heard so many stories about books that are very popular today that the cover was changed, the title was changed, and it completely altered the direction of that book, and some of them have gone on to be mega sellers.
Yes.
Just as the result of altering the cover and sometimes the title.
That's right. And those are two very, very key points that I try to stress to authors. Sometimes they want to take shortcuts, and those are two areas that really, the book cover design, editing, are really two things that they really shouldn't take shortcuts on, because there's experts for that.
And
that can help them.
And you are a part of a group that is supporting nonfiction writers, people who are interested in using their book as an overall platform.
Exactly.
What's the name of the group?
So I'm the chapter leader in Las Vegas for the Nonfiction Authors Association, and this is not a writing group. This is a group that supports authors and teaching them how to monetize their book, how to monetize their author business, and it's been really great. We just started a couple of months ago, and we've got 170 some trailblazing writers. So what I love is that we focus on nonfiction, and we focus on the other aspects of being an author versus a writing group.
Right, and that's a lot of years working as a PR person with authors. The biggest thing that I saw and that I continue to see is that people don't have a strategy for how to actually utilize the platform, as you and I have been talking about throughout this interview.
Correct.
It's a mindset. Getting yourself in the mindset of, this is like a piece of real estate. This is something that I am utilizing, not really to sell books so much. That's one of the biggest misconceptions that I see with people.
Yeah, exactly. And so what I, as the chapter leader, what my intention is to bring in professionals around all aspects of being an author in your authorship. So, we're bringing in speakers who have been New York Times best-selling authors. How did you get there? What did that process look like? And also, bookstores. How do I get my book in a bookstore? And why should I be a speaker? What are the benefits and value of being a speaker and an author? So there's a lot of information that I want to provide the authors, to help them become more successful. Everybody wants to be a best-selling author, and not everyone knows or understands the process of what that looks like. And so that's what I do, is I want to help them accomplish their goals.
Yeah, and I think it's wonderful when you are a part of a group that really understands the way that something works.
Right.
And I know that there probably is a benefit to being a part of a writer's group. I haven't seen a lot of benefit because for me, they're platforms. Books represent something that a person uses to enhance their overall career, and I don't see that a lot in writers' groups.
Right.
And I don't mean to be negative or critical of people in writers' groups, but I see a lot of nitpicking behind things that don't necessarily lead to success. And I love the way that you are developing a group that is encouraging success. Utilize the book for something that you can truly cherish and grow your career through.
Correct. And I want to mention too is this group is not just for people who have already written a book. It's for aspiring authors as well. So we have a very wide range of authors who come to the meetings. So even though they haven't written their book yet, they're in the process, it's still valuable information for them to know moving forward about how to work their book into into social media and marketing while they're writing their book. I mean, we both know that that's the number one thing that you should be doing when you decide to become an author, when you decide to write a book. That is the day you should be creating your author platform.
Exactly. You have to start marketing the book in your mind, sometimes even before you've ever even written a word, like you said.
Absolutely.
Even when you start getting the inclination that you are going to write a book.
Right.
You should already be engineering. That's the thing that I've seen again and again with people who write books is they don't understand that a platform is engineered. The book itself is also engineered, and people, they tend to be able to figure that part out, but
right.
As far as marketing and figuring out exactly what they are going to do with the book, that's where most people miss the mark.
Yes, exactly. I agree. And it's so crucial that you develop a following. You get people excited about what you're doing, what you're writing, how your process is developing. People love to hear success, or they love to see success. So. And that's another reason why I decided to do this group, because as a book publisher, that's one of the things that I'm most passionate about is I really want to get their message out there in the best way possible and, help them increase their credibility and increase their revenue and, really get their message out, because everyone has a story inside them.
Yes, they do, and that's one of the reasons why I got involved in doing PR for authors, and I've been working with authors is for that very reason, I think. And you and I have had conversations about this.
Yes.
It's a shame that people go to their graves and never get to share their amazing story with the world. And so you and I guess it's our jobs to try to help people to do that.
Yeah, and that, you brought up a really tough topic for me, because my father, he spent many years talking about the books that he wanted to write. He had some really great ideas. And unfortunately, I lost him to cancer before he even put pen to paper. And, so when I lost him, I lost the history. I lost his stories. I lost everything about my family. And it was really sad. It was really sad because there's no way to retrieve that.
Rhonda, how can the viewers get in contact with you to learn more about your speaking appearances or the rest of your business?
Okay, so heartworkpublishing.com is my book publishing business, and there is another website you can go to actually get all of my contact information. It's rondataylor.com, and Rhonda has no H, so RONDA Taylor.com. And actually on that website, you'll find a business card, a virtual smart card, I call it. It's got all the links of all my social media. It has a link to my TED Talk, and it also has a button where you can purchase tickets to the Unstuck Happiness Conference. So you can email me. You can set up a time to have a discovery session if there's a book inside you and you want to talk more about it or have any questions. I also have some upcoming workshops. I do a Rewrite Your Story workshop that I created for the nonprofits. And I focus specifically with homeless teens and with women who are survivors of abuse. And so I do a Rewrite Your Story workshop that helps them transfer that victim mode mentality into, responsible, inspiring, empowering life changes for them. And I'm going to be offering that to the public as well in August.
Thank you so much for being a part of the show today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We're going to take a short commercial break, and when we return, we are going to be speaking with a man who wrote a phenomenal and produced a phenomenal documentary. His name is Phil Valentine. It is called Women of War. You're going to want to stay tuned to learn more about this documentary. See you in a few minutes.